Okay, right. So what is users in Salesforce? So everyone having account, right? So you are the default user for that account. Means you are the system administrator for your account. Means you can do anything about in your org because you have that much privileges, right? In Salesforce in real time, we need to enable for access to the employees or maybe customers or sales reps or managers, directors, depends. So every organization they're having their role hierarchy, and every organization having employees, right? Employees means that is end customers or something, right? So whoever working as a employee and whoever required for that access for internal portal or company portal or something, they have first they has to create for user. Okay, if we are user for that application, then only we can access that application or application. See, generally in your mobile, so you are the user for your mobile, so that is the reason you are accessing for all applications, right? So before going to open the application, open the mobile, as soon as you purchase the mobile, you have to set your account details first. What it will ask? Some default email address, maybe some your first name, last name. It will ask some mandatory fields while setting up the account. So whenever you set the account, you are the user of that device. So after setting the account, you can log into the device and we can access whatever it is required because of you are the default user for mobile access, mobile, okay, device. Same like in Salesforce, if anyone is required to log into the Salesforce, or if anyone required for access for the Salesforce application, then that person is existed for user, or the person is become a user in Salesforce. Then only the person can access that Salesforce application or Salesforce account. Okay, everyone is having Gmail account. So without login, how we are going to access Gmail account? If you want Gmail access, or if you want any Instagram access or Facebook or maybe some other application access like LinkedIn application, first you have to create a user in that application. So first you have to set the user details in Gmail, then only we can access that Gmail application. Same like in Salesforce also, whoever required for Salesforce access in real time, so you must be enabled as that person as a user. Okay, hope you clear what is users. Then why need to create a user? So in real time everyone is maintaining different, no, not like that. In real time, so everyone using for single org, because of then only they will run the business and they will maintain the employees. Example, suppose you are going to join as a Cognizant. Cognizant is the company. Now you know Cognizant, how many people are there? Almost 3 lakh people are there. Okay, 3 lakh people are there. Cognizant, there is a portal called, there is a CTS internal portal we have. CTS internal portal. So why internal portal they're maintaining? They're maintaining employee information, employee salary information, employee healthcare information, everything they will store into the internal portal. So if you want 3 lakhs people to access for internal portal, they will purchase 3 lakhs licenses. So because of already I explained, right, Salesforce is a license based application. So if you have license, then only we can enable to the user. That I'm going to show you in Salesforce. Okay, so 3 lakhs users they're going to create. As soon as you are going to join into the CTS application, CTS company, first they're going to give the employee ID. So based on once you join that application, so they will conduct each organization, they will conduct some what you call induction, right? Induction. That induction they will explain everything about how to access internal portal, how to log in internal portal, how we are going to enable internal portal, everything they're going to explain about that organization in induction meeting, right? So same like in Salesforce also, whoever required for that particular Salesforce access, first you have to enable for access to the user. Okay, so whoever log into the Salesforce, those people are nothing but a users. Either they're going to access directly in Salesforce, or they're going to access from third party application as well. Example, take it as Flipkart application. What is Flipkart application? It is a sales related application, right? Sales related application. In that Flipkart application, we can join n number of people, right? So Flipkart, there is a two types of users we have. One is internal users. Internal users. One is customer portal users. Customer portal users. We are all our customer portal users. We are not going to log in with the Flipkart account. We are not going to log in with the Flipkart what they're using. Suppose Flipkart is using Salesforce. Example, that Flipkart application is developed by Salesforce. We are not logging to the Salesforce. Directly we are accessing for portal. That is customer portal. So that portal users are not, that is also is nothing but a user only. Those users are nothing but portal users. Okay, portal user license cost is very less compared to actual internal users. Who is internal users for Flipkart? Whoever updating the product details, or whoever maintain the any development activities, or any metadata changes or something back end. Those people are logging to the directly for Flipkart system, and they're going to update the data or maybe metadata changes. Those people are nothing but internal users. Same like in Salesforce also, who is become a internal users are nothing but whoever log into the Salesforce directly. Those users are nothing but internal users. Whoever log into the Salesforce from customer portal, or whoever accessing Salesforce data from customer portal, that is something like customer portal user. Those users are nothing but external users. Okay, internal users, external users. Day one I have explained at the time of document. Internal users are nothing but directly they log into the Salesforce and they will do daily activities. Portal users are nothing but the portal users always accessing outside the Salesforce organization site, customer site or customer portal. Those users are nothing but external users. Please remember these points. Right. Example. So users are nothing but a user is anyone who logs into the Salesforce, okay. Now generally users are nothing but users are employees at your organization. Give me 1 second. Right, employee at your organizations or organization company, such as sales reps, managers, okay, IT employees, etc. Okay, employees, etc. That is something like users. Okay, so generally before going to create a user, first you have to check the license. Okay, Salesforce licenses. How to check the Salesforce licenses first? Why? Because before going to create a user, first you have to check the license. Even though you are not going to check, no issues. While creating user, we can get to know whether licenses are available or not. But if you want to check, sometimes users are asking, can you please send me the details? How many licenses are still present in the system, or how many licenses are consumed? Okay, so those details sometimes business users will ask. So that time you have to provide the license details to the customer or business user. So these many licenses are available, these many licenses are used. Okay, based on that, if any licenses they're going to deactivate, or maybe any licenses they're going to enable more, something like that, based on your details, they're going to take that decision. Because of we need to renewal the license every year, maybe December, depends on the purchase of license. So 1 year they maintain some charges. Okay, Salesforce is license based application. If you have licenses, you can provide the Salesforce access. If you don't have the license, you are not going to provide. First of all, what is license? Everyone knows for Amazon subscription, right? If you buy the Amazon subscription, up to by default they're enabled 3 to 4 devices, or maybe 5 devices. Example, so up to 5 devices we can access for same subscription. If you more than 5 devices, it will get error like already subscription is over, already licenses are over. So if you want deactivate existing license and you can use another device, something like that. You have to deactivate particular device and access for another device. That is something like licenses. If you use Netflix, they're enabled only for one license. So we can connect at a time only one device. If you want to connect more than one device, it's not allowing. Automatically, the parent device is deactivated and the current device is activated. If the default device is open for Netflix, automatically the child device is inactivated. So because of only one license is activated. So here also license is nothing but a based on license only we can give the access to the Salesforce. How to check the license? So generally licenses are we can check by using setup. This is the navigation. Setup, administer. Under administer, there is a company profile. Company profile. Under company profile, go to related list. Go to user license related list and verify. Okay, verify. I will show you practically. Don't worry. Verify. Okay. So go to Salesforce. Go to Salesforce. Click on setup now. Under setup already open. Under administer. Okay. Here under administer, there is a company profile. This is the company profile. Under company profile, we have a company information. Under company profile, there is a multiple things we have. So fiscal year, business hours, holidays, language settings, that and all we'll discuss later if required. Go to company information as of now. In that company information, organization name, who is the primary contact. If anything required from Salesforce and maybe licenses or maybe license deactivation, license activation, or any limitation, or if you want any suggestions from Salesforce to maintain the stability of our application, something, any inputs required from Salesforce, then this person is going to contact. Even we are also going to contact to the Salesforce, but he is the primary contact. If you want anything related to purchase related or price related or license related, you can inform to this person. He is going to contact to the Salesforce and he will help on that requirement. And also here see default language we have. If you want, you can change the languages and all. If you, maybe some applications specifically they're using for their own language, like German language or maybe Japanese or Chinese. So but that application using for only for locally, then we can change for this language settings as well, time settings, everything. And the user space, everything, it is free developer edition. We have only less number of GB or less number of memory space. But if it is a real time, each edition they enable depends on purchase. Okay, org. And also here this is the organization ID. This is the unique ID for organization. Don't want this org. If you want to deactivate, just click on deactivate org. So automatically that org is deactivated here. Okay, so this is the option we have. This is something like your organization details, basic details. These details initially when you are going to purchase Salesforce org from Salesforce company, they will ask these details. Okay, if you can provide these details so that they will update while creating account. Okay, otherwise you can customize your own way also. If you click on edit, you can customize whatever it is required here. Okay, so this is also it is available. And now see, this is the user license. How many types of licenses we have means almost we have these many licenses in Salesforce. In real time also same. But what is this many licenses? So just now we discussed, right? All Flipkart users are customer portal users. See here, customer community. How many users are there? Customer community. There is a different types of what you called licenses we have. See, customer portal manager, customer community login, or customer portal manager standard. See, there is a different types of licenses we have available. Okay, so depends on the product or depends on our business. We can whatever it is required, you can purchase from the Salesforce. They will give some free the default licenses as well. Based on your org or based on your addition, you can get some default licenses as well. If that is sufficient, no need to purchase. So maybe they will enable some free licenses for every org. If you want more than that what they're enabled, then we can going to purchase the license. That is license cost also. They are updated open in Salesforce document, one of the document. So we can check for license cost, everything in Salesforce document. That is open for everyone. Okay, right. In real time in Salesforce, what licenses are frequently used more? what licenses frequently used, and so what is the main, which license is the highest cost, at which license is the lowest cost. Generally in real time, these two licenses are using more, Salesforce and Salesforce platform. In free developer edition, we have only two for Salesforce and three for platform license. For learning purpose, for testing purpose, these two licenses are enough. Okay. Now these two licenses are mostly people are using in real time more. Other than this, if you are using charter object, maybe they're using for charter license internal communication, and also they require any community, we have any separate community, then we can enable community licenses as well. That is depends on business model, they're going to enable remaining license, but these licenses are most of the time they're using for business purpose. Salesforce and Salesforce platform. Business purpose means implementation purpose, and also business users like end users are they're going to use based on these licenses only. Okay, so this is how we can check the licenses. Now how to check how many licenses are used? So everyone log in for Salesforce, right? So as soon as you create Salesforce account, one license automatically is consumed. That is something like Salesforce license. If the license is active, then only you are able to access the Salesforce. Otherwise, it is not possible. Okay. Now, up to what is the remaining license? Only one is Salesforce, and the remaining three licenses we have. Let's see how to create license, how to create user remaining license users. Let's see one by one. Right. What before going to do? So mainly real time below are the common licenses. Common licenses are licenses are used. So one is Salesforce and Salesforce platform. Salesforce platform. So, but what is difference between Salesforce and the Salesforce platform means? Salesforce is nothing but cost is high. Cost is high. This is the first one. And the second one is if user is having Salesforce license, then user can access standard CRM plus custom CRM custom CRM custom CRM components. So suppose standard we have some CRM functionalities, right? Lead, campaign, opportunity, product. Already Salesforce is enabled some predefined applications. If you have Salesforce license, they will do all standard CRM functionalities as well as custom functionalities. That is the reason this cost is high. Okay. Now compared to Salesforce platform cost is low, cost is less compared to Salesforce license. Okay, Salesforce licenses. Now here, why less cost means user can access few standard CRM components plus all custom components, all custom CRM components which is built by user, which is built by user users. Why? Because see custom function, that is the reason maybe in future you can observe that most of the people are using custom functionalities. They're not using for standard functionalities what Salesforce is enabled. Why? Because standard features are not available for Salesforce platform users. So always they try to reduce the cost of license. So they will reduce the cost of license. So they're purchasing more Salesforce platform licenses in real time, and also they will implement their applications by own way, means custom functionalities. Whatever they're going to implement custom CRM functionalities, that they're going to access by Salesforce platform. There is no any limitation. But if they require any few standard CRM, all standard CRM functions, then we have to go with the Salesforce license. So most of the time, 90% of the customers, the 90% of the companies, they're going to purchase less number of Salesforce license and more number of platform license, depends on their business model. Okay, hope you clear what is licenses and how to check the licenses before going to create a user. Okay. Next step is how to create a user. I will show you before going to check how to check the license. What are the permissions we have means go to profile. Okay. Maybe next class I'm going to start with the profile. I will show you. So what is difference between platform and this is the standard platform profile and Salesforce license. See here, user license is platform and one more is system administrator. This is the highest profile in Salesforce, guys. Whoever having system administrator, they can do anything for a Salesforce. Now come to sales system administrator, go to objects. See here we have a objects. Forget about remaining permissions. Later we'll discuss. See how many permissions we have in system administrator. There is a number of permissions we have. See if you go to standard objects, how many objects we have? See almost we have suppose 100 objects are we have in standard objects in Salesforce. If you go to platform license profile, if you go down object settings, see now how many objects in platform profile, only few objects only we have access. If you go to system administrator, see ideas and different solutions, sellers, everything we have access for standard profile. If you go to custom profile, if you go to platform profile, Salesforce license having more object access, platform profile having only less number of objects. If it is a custom object, everything is available for all profiles. Okay, that is the difference between Salesforce and Salesforce platform profile. Anyway, next class I'm going to explain detailed description about profiles. As of now, we can ignore. Now, how to create a user in Salesforce? Same story. Copy this one. Copy the navigation. Put the navigation instead of company profile. Manage users. Under manage users, users, and click on new user button. New user button. Okay, this one. So this is something like create user in Salesforce. Okay, so let's see remaining notes I will provide. First I'm going to show you practically how to create user. Now go to setup. Now go to setup. Even lightning also we have same navigation. Instead of manage users, they're having users. Go to users. Under manage users, go to users. Here already some default users are enabled. If you want, you can deactivate or you can enable. See here there is a 3 buttons we have. If you want to reset the password for any existing user, you can click on this button. Or if you want to add multiple users at a time, then we can use this add multiple users. See now here also here also system is showing some information about how many licenses are existed. Okay, no need to check for company profile. See if you select the Salesforce, it is enabled only one. Why? Because up to only one license is available. If you go to Salesforce platform, it is enabled 3 users to log in. One user, 2 users, second user. But I'm not recommended this option. Why? Because so here only we can fill limited information. But if you click on cancel, if you go to new user, here we have in detail information. If you want to fill any in detail information about user, then we can use always new user button. So don't use for any shortcut buttons. So if you want any only limited data, any sandbox or something, then we can use multiple users. If it is a production live environment, always we have to use new user and populate the data. How to receive that and all we'll discuss. First, I'm going to create a new user. Now I'm going to create some user. While creating user, role is optional. Maybe role I will cover later at the time of security. Just I'm going to tell you, role is optional, profile is mandatory. Profile is the dependent pick list on user license. If user license is Salesforce, always it is supported Salesforce related profile. If user license is platform license, always it is supported platform related profiles. This is the dependent pick list value from user license. Okay, means always profile license and the user license must be same. Why? Because that is the dependency already Salesforce is defined. Okay, right. Now while creating user, these are the fields mandatory: last name, username, nickname, email, and user license, profile, role. Role is optional. That is the reason they're giving this test area here, test field name. Now remaining options you can ignore. This offline user, flow user, they will so they will mention clearly which permissions it is required. If user is going to do any flows or something, then we can enable flow permission. That and all, maybe if user specifically requested, then only we can enable. But mandatory information is required. So whatever mandatory information it is showing above, that you have to fill while creating user. Remaining mandatory information, system is automatically populated some values. If you want, you can change the values from default values to the related location details. Otherwise you can leave it as it is. Okay, that is. And also don't worry, in real time users will provide each and every detail. If any mandatory information user is not going to provide, then you have to ask to the user, this is the information is mandatory while creating user, please provide the mandatory information, something like that. Okay, so now I'm going to create organization is Learn, right? Maybe I'm going to use simply manager. Name is manager. Sam. First name I'm going to use Sam. Sam is the manager. Okay. Email. Already we discussed this one day one. While creating account, we can use same email address multiple times. Why? Because I'm the manager, I'm the IT employee. So for the testing purpose, I'm going to give my email address. In real time, don't give your email address. Always give the user email address which user is requested. Okay. Now I'm going to give my email address only. So but always give the what do you call it? Expected email address means valid email address, because of that password link sent to this email address only. Click on gmail.com. So alias name automatically is populated once you fill the last name. This alias name is unique, means it is not allowing duplicate alias name. Generally alias name is unique for even real even human being also, right? So that alias name is mandatory here, unique and mandatory. Now if you give the email name, automatically username and nickname is populated. But if you want to change the username, so generally in people in real time, they're using username, like if it is a production, they will add something like prod, or if it is a sandbox, they will add for sandbox something. I'm going to add something like manager. Just simply I'm going to add manager for unique purpose, because of already I have this account, right? So if you are not added, it is showing for duplicate account. Because of in same server, if already name is existed in name is existed with the same name, then it will show for duplicate user ID. So you have to use normal one. So you have to use unique email address. So in real time, generally you have unique only. Okay, give me 1 minute, I got a call. Okay, so this is how we can create a username. If you want to maintain any unique, you can use unique as well. But every project they're using some format of the username. Before creating username, you have to check for existing users how they're going to use. Some people are using email dot something company name, or some people are, if it is a production, they're using email name and username is same. Or some people are using, if it is a sandbox, they will use the sandbox name. These details I will repeat again, don't worry, at the time of sandboxes. Okay, now as of now you can ignore. If you want a title, we can give the title, he is the manager. And the company, if you want, you can give the company name, Learn. But later they're going to change the details. Okay, so department is IT department, division, whatever it is required you can give. Otherwise optional field you can ignore. Maybe they will fill there itself once they log into the Salesforce. And here I'm going to create Salesforce license, Salesforce profile. So now I'm going to use system administrator only, because of as of now we don't have custom profile. Next class I'm going to explain custom profile, how to create. See, by default it is active. If it is active, user is going to log into the Salesforce. Okay, now So this is how we can fill the information while creating user. See, this user information is very sensitive, guys. So user creation is easy. If you are not miss anything, or if you are assigning incorrect profile, or if you are assigning incorrect role, so then user is facing some issues to accessing the application or data. Because of data or accessing the application and all, it is depends on profile only. Profile is very, very, very important while creating user. Always you have to check multiple times while creating user which profile it is required. If you are assigned incorrect profile, maybe user is not going to access what is expecting. Okay, that time maybe it will impact the business as well. So these concepts are very, very important. Now, if you want, you can apply the mobile number, and if you want, you can apply the phone number, and here street number, email ID, country. I'm going to use India, and the remaining details, if you want, you can use. Federation ID is nothing but a single sign-on application. So example, I will tell you. Suppose you are using mobile, everyone using mobile application. In that mobile application, you have Pay, you have Google Pay, maybe some phone pay. There is a two types of passwords we have. We can set phone pay separate password, or we can log in with mobile password, right? We can log in with the mobile password. If you go to Google Pay also we have two different types of password. You can set own password for specific application, or mobile password only it is allowing. Some of the application it will not ask password. Suppose already you have Flipkart. Once you logged in, it will not ask. Why? Because that mobile password automatically it will take. That is something like single sign-on. Single sign-on means same device credentials we can use for multiple applications to log in. No need to set up for new password. It is accepting your mobile device password for application. How they're accepting? There is a unique ID. That unique ID is nothing but a mobile number. Mobile number is unique ID in your device. Same like in Salesforce also, in every employee having some federation ID in real time, either federation ID or employee ID. Employee ID is always unique, right? No one is giving, no organization is enabled for one employee ID for multiple people. Okay, that employee ID remains same even though you are working in that organization, even though you are not working. That employee ID they are going to deactivate, but they're not giving that employee ID to other person. Okay, so same like here, the federation based on federation ID, they're going to log in with the Salesforce in device credentials, their device credentials. That is something like single sign-on. As of now, you can ignore. If real time, in case single sign-on is enabled, then we can update the federation ID for new employee. If the employee is not having federation ID, you can ask to the employee ID, get the federation ID. If not having, then he is going to log in the Salesforce with his own password. That is the process. Okay, now here these are the additional fields we created. Hierarchical field we created, right? If you want, you can populate a reporting manager and HR manager, and the local settings also. See, maybe that application is global, maybe this user is belongs to Japanese, then you can select the Japanese language. So this user is accessing application in Japanese language, and every country they're having their own language, right? If you go to so we are also speaking English, and maybe US also people are also speaking English. That their own slang also we have. Maybe that own language, local language also we have. See, suppose if you go to Andhra, I'm going to explain Andhra and Telangana. That mother tongue is Telugu only, but Andhra language is different, and Telangana language is different. If you go to Tamil Nadu, inside Chennai people are slang is different. Maybe Madurai people are slang is different. Maybe Uti people are different slang having. Maybe the local languages, the words are maybe changing. That is something like locality. If you want which type of local language you want, you can select, so that the system is going to display there in local format. Okay, and also time zone also, which time zone that user is belongs to, that you are going to select the time zone. Approval settings, at the time of approvals I'm going to explain this one. Suppose in real time, right, if you apply the leave, it will go to your manager. If you update your manager, automatically this manager will get the notification from system whenever this new user is creating leaves or something. So this is how they will set the manager details. but this and all I'm going to explain at the time of approval process. As of now, we can ignore. And if you click on generate new password button, as soon as save the user details, that this email address, it will get the link from Salesforce to set up a password. Okay, if you are not disabled, if you are disabled, then user is not received for password link. Okay, so as of now we can enable. Hope you clear. Again, I'm repeating, while creating user, these are we cannot, because of some of the IT internal people are not required for older role, right? I'm the developer, I'm the system admin, I'm going to access everything. So role is required for in real time. So business users must have role. Based on that role only, the data visibility we can control. That will comes under later. And the remaining mandatory fields, it is updated automatically. Maybe if you want to, you can replace. Otherwise, you can make it as default values. Click on save now. As soon as saved, go to this email address, and refresh. You will get email password link. See here, we'll get the email link from the Salesforce. So copy this verify account, click, just inform to the user, I have created user in Salesforce, and so please check your email and set up a new password, something like that. You have to communicate to the new user. So now I'm going to log in with this user with a different browser. Now copy the verify link, enter. Okay, so click on reset password and set the password. So this is how end user going to access the password setup screen. SFDC at 2023, SFDC at 2023. And if you want any question pet name, I'm going to use SFDC, change the password. That's it. So now he is able to log in Salesforce. This is how we can create a user in Salesforce, and the user is going to set up a password. How you know whether user is logged in successfully or not? Suppose you created a user. Already once created, you inform it to the user as well. But we need to close the incident as soon as possible. Maybe is created high priority ticket, or maybe is created medium priority, or is created low priority incident. So there is a three types of incidents we have in real time: low, medium, high priority. Within the low means within 8 days we are going to close the incident. Otherwise it will breach the SLA, service level agreement. You need to give the solution why this ticket is not closed. But sometimes users are not replied. Even though you are going to enable the access, they're going to log in with, they will see your communication, they will log into the Salesforce, and they will do whatever daily basis, but they're not responding in your ticket. But you have to check whether user is logged in or not, whether user is accessing Salesforce or not. How to check? Just to refresh this user. Already I set up a password and user is logged in successfully. Now go to user account. Now there is a login history. Here we have a login history. If you go to login history, see here, it is showing success. So if user is logged in successfully, then you can send an email to the user. Hope you are logged in successfully to the Salesforce. I checked in login history, so I'm closing the incident. So you can close the incident. You can send an email and you can close the incident if user is not responding. But some users are immediately they're responding. Yes, I'm closing. I'm accessing Salesforce. Please close my incident. Something like that. Okay. So this is how we can check the login history for the user, whether user is going to log into the Salesforce. In case user is entered any incorrect password, it will show for incorrect password as well. I will show you. Go to logout now. Go to logout. Here we have a logout. Again login. Again login user. What is the user ID here? This is the user ID. Copy the user ID. So now just make it, and I'm going to enter wrong password. So sometimes users are creating incident like I'm not able to log in. So click on login, see incorrect password, something like that. Even the user is telling you I'm entering a correct password, but still it is not allowing to enter. Not like that. So just don't. So how to check or how to validate whether user is providing exact comments or not? Whether user, in case some users are what they're doing, they will enter incorrect password, but they will mention in incident I'm entering correct password. That is wrong assumption. Okay, so we can validate. If you go to refresh now, if you go to login history, see here system clearly it is saying that invalid password. Take this screenshot and inform to the user, your enter invalid password, please enter correct password. In case user is forgot the password, then maybe user don't know how to reset the password, then what you have to do, simply go to user detail and you have to click on reset password. So again user is going to set the new password. Some users are asking, can you please reset my password so that I'm going to log in? Because of maybe sometimes even though we are user itself try to reset the password, sometimes system is not allowing. Maybe that account is locked, maybe is not accessible, maybe 6 months or maybe 8 months or 5 months, system is not allowing to set the new password. So you have to reset the password in as a admin user. Okay, this one. This is how we are going to create a user, and we can check whether user is going to log in or not. Okay, right. So what are the steps? So these are the steps we are going to follow. First one is last name. Below fields are mandatory while creating user. What are the fields? Last name, last name, last name, and alias. Alias is the unique value. I'm going to mention unique means that value is not allowing duplicate. And also email. Email you can enter same email multiple times, but username is unique. Okay, unique means it is not allowing duplicate. That is the reason you can append it with any value based on the requirement. So these are the values it is required. Nickname also mandatory, but this is also unique. It is not allowing duplicate value. Whatever I mentioned unique, that is unique value. Now user license, anyway user license is mandatory. That is already by default one user license is updated. If you want you can change. And also profile is also mandatory. Role it is showing mandatory, but it should be it is a optional. Okay, if you want you can give. And the remaining mandatory fields, remaining address and email encoding, those remaining mandatory fields you can check. Remaining mandatory fields, data is or remaining mandatory fields, predefined data is populated. If you want you can change. If you want we can change based on based on user request. Okay, this one. So this is something like user mandatory fields. So what is the next one? How to set the password? How to set the password? This is next one. So as soon as user is created, system will trigger email to the user or email. System will trigger password link details details to user email. Okay, this one, user email. So inform to the user to set a password, to set new password based on link in email. Okay, this is okay. So how to check user is logged in or not, logged in or not. Okay, so simply open user and go to login history section and verify. Okay, this one. This is something like user details, user creation and user setup password and login details. Okay, hope you clear. Any questions up to now before going to move next one?
No, sir.
Right. So next question is, can you inactivate the use? Can you delete the user? Can you delete the user in Salesforce? This is the interview question. Okay. Salesforce means question is answer is no. No. But we can deactivate. We can deactivate. But the delete option is not available. Okay. What is inactive? And there is a three types of buttons we have: inactive button, and also active checkbox. No, these are the checkboxes, sorry. And also we have a freeze, and we have unfreeze also. Okay, so these are the four concepts we have. If user is inactive, then user is not able to log into the Salesforce, login into the Salesforce. Okay, this is the inactive. If user is active, same. What is that? User is going to log into the Salesforce. User is able to log into the Salesforce. If it is a freeze, again same story. User is not able to log into the Salesforce, and also we can use. So we cannot use license to another user. If it is inactive, we can use. I will show you. You can use user license to another user. Example: if the employee is going to left the organization, he is not going to available from tomorrow. We need to deactivate the user. Then that license we can use for another user. We can, as soon as deactivated, automatically the license will be free. I will show you first point. Go to here. Go to company information. This is the company information, right? Go to organization again. So go to related list. Now, how many remaining licenses here? 0. Why? Because 2 licenses I have used. One is default user, and I have created now manager user. Now, if you go to deactivate this user, deactivate, click on save now. Now, see, if user is deactivated, let's see whether user is going to log in or not. So SFDC, I'm going to enter same password. See now, user is not able to log in. Why? Because user is deactivated. And also, if you go to company information and refresh, see, the license will be free. We can use this license to another user. This is something like active and inactive. Okay, how to make it active? Click on edit now. Again, I'm going to make it active. Save now. Now it is saved. Now go to user. Now you can apply now. SFDC at 2023, enter, is able to log in. Why? Because see, I don't want to register my mobile number, just active. So he is able to log in. Hope you clear what is active and what is inactive. We can use or not user license to another user. Now come to freeze and unfreeze. If it is unfreeze, user is able to log into the Salesforce. By default, user is unfreeze mode only. When they're going to use this option, suppose Mahesh is the manager. He is working in some location, or he is planning to go for vacation. Maybe he is working in UK and he is planning to come for India for the vacation. So as per the company policies, whoever accessing Salesforce, they're accessing for their base location only, not for other location. Suppose Mahesh is planning to move to India, so he will spend almost 1 to 2 months in India. While he is in India, so we want to restrict to the user to access Salesforce. We need to freeze that user. User is active, remaining data and all everything he will share automatically. But we want to freeze the user to not log into the Salesforce. How to do the freeze? How to do the freeze for certain time interval? That by using this button. So go to Salesforce now. Here we have a freeze button. If you freeze now, see, user is active only but not logged in. If user is not able to log into the Salesforce, but user is active. Okay, and also we cannot use that license to some other one. Let's see, go to confirmation and refresh. Company, is there any remaining license? Is one? No. If it is a freeze, user is freeze, he is not able to log in, and is able to act, is active only. Let's see for this arc. Refresh now, it will logged out. See now, automatically it is logged out because of user is not able to log in. So we are control the user login access during his vacation. How to control the login? By using freeze button. If you click on unfreeze. Now go to the user. Now enter SFDC at 2023. Enter. He is able to log in. Hope you clear what is freeze and what is unfreeze. Any questions, team? Hmm? Clear now?
Yes, sir.
Right. These concepts are very important, and interview also these concepts are very important. Sometimes they will ask, can you freeze the user even though is active? We need to control the login access for the user. Yes, we have an option called freeze concept. We can freeze the user even though is active, is not able to log in. Under the license also, it's not a free, it is still license is active for that particular user only. Okay, so this is how we have to tell the answers. Hope you clear what is users and how to check the licenses and how to create a user in Salesforce, how to set up a password, what are the buttons here. Okay, right. And also, do you want anything else here? How to reset the password also we have, right? We have a button called reset button. If you click on the reset button, again the password link is sent. Suppose if single sign-on is enabled, can you reset the password for the user? No. Okay. Can we reset? Can we reset the password? Reset the password to the user in Salesforce. Answer is yes. Yes, we can reset. We can reset using reset password button at user page. This is, and also here notice if single sign-on is enabled, single sign-on is enabled in organization, then it is not possible to reset the user password. Then so always give the inform username and password is device password or system password. Okay, we can call it as system password also. This is how you can inform. And the url is, that is your company url. These are the details you can inform to the username already, user page by default username is available. Password, you can say that use device password or system password. And also url, there is a specific domain url or login.salesforce.com also we can use it. Okay, that is, so this is something like reset password functionality in Salesforce. So generally, how we are going to receive the user creation request. User creation request, how to receive. Okay, or just I'm going to give like this: user creation request receive, how to receive from the customer or business. Okay, first one is via email. Via email also they're going to ask to the create a user. Otherwise, maybe they're using for case via Salesforce case. In case they're using Salesforce case management, they're using Salesforce case. But any one option, it's not mandatory for all options. Okay, or via incident tool, uh, incident management tool. Okay, tool like this. Incident management tool means each organization they will use for third party tools, right? Like some people are using ServiceNow, and some people are using ITSM means incident service management something. Okay, that is some ticketing tools they're using. So based on this they're requesting. Some people are via chat also, they're asking via teams or chat. Chat means some people are using Slack, some people are using Teams, some people are using for Google Chat, whatever. But don't create. Better, this is not recommendable option. Not recommendable. Why? Because so this is everything is license based, right? Ask him to send the email. Okay, ask her, either him or to send email. Okay, these are the preferences. This is not recommendable because of we need to track the details. You see, email means that email is available in your inbox. If anyone is asking, you can show the email. Okay, suppose he is not our employee, but is requested for our org. Maybe he is same organization, maybe he belongs to some other department, but instead of creating this org, you are creating another org, the license will be waste, right? The license will be uh, consumed. So that is the reason always we have to use these are the ways. Okay, don't create via chat and Teams. If charts or Teams deleted automatically after a few days, but these details are not deleted unless you are going to delete manually. Okay, so please, this is how they're going to use the, they're going to request the user creation. And also some people are within email also they're mention user details. How to maintain you, how to get the user details means, some customers are using for either PDF or Word document. What document they're going to send, they're updating everything, department, username, profile, everything they're mentioned, they're following with one document for the user creation. And you can use that document, either Excel document also, whatever, based on their Excel document. Some people are mentioned in detail, mention user details in email box. Email box itself, email box means inbox, or ticket incident itself, incident description itself. Okay, description itself, whatever may be. So some people are attaching document via email or case or here. Some people are mention user details in email box or incident description. So based on that also you can create. If any mandatory information is missing, don't give any test data. So you have to inform to the user these details are required while creating user, please provide valid data. Okay, that is. So suppose some fields are optional. You can give the any incorrect data. No, don't give. Okay. Whatever mandatory data and whatever data given by the customer, same data you can update in user page. I think this is something like user. Okay, so maybe remaining details secure at the time of security process. Maybe if any related things we'll discuss later. Okay. Yes, sir. Any questions, team? Clear users in Salesforce? Hmm? Right. If you have any questions, please let me know. 0215 users. Right. What is the yesterday file name? I mentioned yesterday file name is something field inserted. What is this? This is actually, it is a record type, right? Oh,
Yes, sir.
it's record types. Okay. So go to, maybe I'm going to send to two files. Anyone have any questions? I have time. If you have any questions, let me know. Mhm. Clear today's topic? See, security model, user, this